to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kadz Gray and this is Wine with Kadz. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. So as you can see from the title of today's video, I have some news to share. I quit my job. It was not one of the easiest things for me to do, but let me just give you a backstory. So I have been working as a recruiter with this company since last year. No. We're in the new year now, so July 2019. And if you can see from one of my first videos, from job hopper to recruiter, you'll see that I have been in many industries, many different jobs. I started working in 2012 and yeah, I've been moving from different industries, different jobs since then until now. Now, going through the pandemic and going through my depression and everything, I was really grateful to go back to work. I was really excited to go back to work. I knew that I had something else to do, but I was happy to now, have an income. I loved what I was doing. I loved my co-workers. I enjoyed being in the office. I enjoyed, our daily activities and so forth. But a funny thing happened when I got back to work. The first day I got back to work, the Holy Spirit said to me, Kadz, you're not gonna be here long. And I smiled because that voice, when it said it, it gave me a feeling of peace. There was no anxiety towards it. There was no butterfly feeling. There was no unsurety. It was just like, this is what is going to happen. And I remember saying at the beginning of last year, whenever it was, I said, wherever you lead me, Lord, I will follow. And as hard as it was, I just decided that, okay, whatever you say, Lord. So I was like, okay, a year. I'll give myself a year to figure out whatever is going to happen. Because we reopened in October. I went back to work September 25th. And that was the same day that God said, Kadz, you're not gonna be here long. And some stuff started to happen. Like right after that, and not at work. There were a lot of changes at work in terms of staffing and the new COVID rules. I'm a recruiter. We weren't hiring anybody. We still aren't hiring anybody. And so I was going to work now to do other HR functions, which I didn't mind because in my previous job, I was doing everything. So cut to October, I got the call from TVJ and a lot of stuff started to happen like this. Like a lot of stuff started happening, stuff that I didn't plan on doing. With TVJ, I did a video for the channel, my art journey, and my friend and previous past co-worker reached out to me and said, Kadz, I want to see you on TVJ. Your story needs to be told, yada 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 yada. She gave me the information and I reached out to Smile Jamaica. It was months before I went back to work, or probably a month before, because I think it was in August, and I went back to work September. And I forgot about it. I saw people that I know going on Smile Jamaica and it really didn't bother me. Because 1, I'm not the jealous type. 2, I don't covet. And 3, I'm happy for everybody who is living in their purpose. So I was like, I totally forgot that I did I sent TVJ that thing, and then I had a meeting with school one day, and so I had to take the day off from work, and that's the same day that TVJ contacted me and say, we're gonna need to see you on Monday. Luckily it was by Zoom because I had to now go into work after, on Monday. And that happened. And right after TVJ happened, the Gleaner reached out to me. That came out the same week. Then more persons started to reach out to me. More persons in terms of clients for my business. And it was just a catapult of things happening. Like, okay, this. Whilst it may not seem grand, the fact that it was once dormant and now people are reaching out, people are asking questions, people want to know more about your business. It's like, okay, God, what am I supposed to do now? I have been home for 6 months and I'm back at work now and I have plans, I have bills, I have a loan, I have all these kind of things that I need to take care of. God, what are you saying that I need to do? I found myself in a pickle because now I had to, in order to meet the needs of these clients, get these orders out, do all what I need to do. I had to take some time off from work, and I'm like, in that period that I took off from work, I realized how much I loved what I was doing, how great it felt, you know, to inspire other people, just to be a part of their life in some sort of way. Some of my clients I haven't met in person, but it just showed me that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. After that week, in that week, I mean, I stayed up on one painting for like, I'm not a crier, and I'm telling you that the emotions are coming on. Whew. In that week, I remember having a painting to do, and I started the painting in the afternoon, sometime around 2 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I didn't finish painting until 5:30 the next morning. When I finished painting, I was exhausted, but I felt so this adrenaline rush was like, okay, I did this, I can do it. And it's just assurance to me that, okay, this is what you're supposed to be doing. And it's not about the money, but what I can impart on other people's lives with this gift. And it's just mind-blowing. So after that week, you know, that was in November, early December. I didn't make the decision yet. And I was like, okay, God, what am I supposed to do? From November until that time, I have been having the haunting feelings, like every time I come home, you know, I have these paintings to do, I have these things to do, and I'm like, I'm at work. I'm a recruiter, as I said, so I don't really have my core functions taken care of, and the other little tasks that I would get would not take up the entire day. So I'm at work most of the times not doing much. I hated to feel unproductive. So I was there, and I'm like, God, you had to tell me something. You are telling me something, and I need to do it. Sleepless nights, countless nights, I would be in here, laying in the bed, on my back, saying, God, what are you saying? What are you telling me to do, God? Because this does not make no sense to me. How am I going to do it? How am I going to do it? And it was like a haunting feeling, like, Kadeen, you need to do this, and you need to do this now. And I knew that if I did not take the chance, I would regret it for the rest of my life. Yes, I have bills. Yes, I have a loan. Yes, I have responsibilities. But what is most important is that God has given me a task. God has given me a purpose. And in order to do that, which God has asked of me to do, I have to make space for it. I'm not going to say that my 9 to 5 was awful, because it wasn't. I'm not going to say that the company that I work for is awful, because I mean, everywhere has their ups and downs, and I'm sure that in taking on this challenge, this road that I'm now taking on, there will be challenges. So I'm not going to say that the place that I work for was perfect, but was it the worst? Absolutely not. And I know that I could have stayed there for a little while longer, but the Lord has given me a task. And what I've learned about myself is I don't need to ask anybody any permission anymore to live the life that I was sent here to live. People will, and people have projected their own fears on me when I was making this decision, saying, wait a little while longer, wait until the business pick up some more and you start getting some more money. And I'm like, how is the business going to pick up if I'm not giving the business the time, if I'm not giving the business the effort and putting in everything that I need to give? I wasn't wasting my time, but in order for something to flourish and in order for something to grow, you have to know that I have to pour into this what it requires. And no business is going to grow overnight. And if I'm giving 50% of myself to the business and 50% of myself to work, my 9 to 5, first of all, I'll be left with nothing. And two, I'll be shortchanging both. I know that Kadeen Gray LLC needs Kadeen Gray for it to survive. But the company that I worked for doesn't need Kadeen. It needs a recruiter. And that's the harsh reality that I had to face, that, okay, yes, I have formed great relationships and bonds with my coworkers. Yes, I have grown to love this role that I was in. This job has been one of those jobs where I was able to grow as an individual and as a person, because I was allowed to be myself. You know, it's hard to let go. It's hard to let go, but there is no growth in comfort zones. There is no growth in what we know. We have to change in order to grow. And so I had to come to that realization, and I had to make that decision. So December 31st, 2020 was my last day at this company. They did a little something for me, and I'm so grateful to you ladies. Farewell to you, my friend. Goodbye for now, until we meet again. Yeah, but I am excited for what is going to come. I am excited for all the plans that God has placed in my heart and mind to do this thing and to take on this challenge and to bring Kadingre LLC to where it needs to be. There's so much more than painting, so much more than Bible verses. There's a lot of things that I can actually do because of the gift that God has given me and because of Him. Yes, that's another thing. When you decide that you're going to live in your purpose, and as a lot of you creatives out there would know and would see, when you've decided that you're going to live in your purpose and take on this task, take on a task that God has given you, all these grand ideas start to pop in your mind, and I'm like, oh yes, I can do this, oh yes, I can do this. And once you start to hone your craft and start working on it, you know, new ideas start to pop up, and you do it and it looks excellent, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna try this out. And it's so much fun, because I'm not someone who likes monotony. My daily routine, I'm fine with, you know, getting up, taking a shower, brushing my teeth, you know, spreading the bed. But if in the workplace I'm doing the same thing over and over and over again, I'll get bored and I will leave, because I'm a creative and I don't like being in one space at the same time. So I'll try a lot of things at once, and that may not be advisable, but now that I have the time to do it, I'm gonna do it. I'm going to do it. There is no limit. There is no limit to what we can achieve, and there's no boundaries to what we can dream. And I believe that to be used by God, I am going to be used by God. I am being used by God, and I believe that there is no limit to what is gonna come from this. You guys will see. You guys will see. So I'll be posting more videos on YouTube now. I'll be posting Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 7 p.m. and I'll be doing more fun stuff, and I know, really and truly, I do know that I will be in a better place mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. I have found that since I have been doing this more, since I've been more open about my mental illness, I haven't had an episode in a while. I haven't had those suicidal thoughts, and to God be the glory. I have been happier. I have been finding purpose. I have been active. I have been, you know, deliberate, getting up and doing the things that I want to do. I am amazed by the way that God works. I am amazed by how He turns all your situations around for good. You know, He used my depression and anxiety to get me here. If we are willing to open up ourselves to God, let Him in, and to allow Him to use us in the ways that He intends, can you just imagine the magnitude of things that can turn around in your life? I had no idea, honestly, that this was going to happen. When I started doing the paintings for Mother's Day, I was like, okay, this is just to kill time until I go back to work. This is something that I can do until I go back to work. And then had my paintings in Fontana, had my paintings featured in Gleaner, along with my story. The Gleaner, the Mirror, Smile Jamaica, along with my story. And God used my story, you know, to help the business to get to where it is today. And I'm not saying that we are a multi-million-dollar company. Somebody asked me when I was leaving, if you're watching, when I was leaving this company, he said to me, is your business making enough money for you to survive? And I said, that's not what it's about. It's not my duty to worry about how it's going to happen. I am given a task and I'm going to do it. It's not my problem. It's not my business to wonder how is it going to happen. God says, Kadeen, you need to do it, and I'm going to do it. It's not about the money. It's not about how much money. God is going to take care of all of my needs that I need to be taken care of. He's going to take care of the bills. He's going to take care of the loan. He's going to take care of my day-to-day needs. He's going to use this and He's going to take it to a place that I could never imagine. And I just have to do the work. I just have to put in the work. I just have to believe in Him and trust Him that He will take this to where it's going to be. And if He says Kadeen, do it, I'm gonna do it. I have never told a client no since I started to do it, because I'm saying, God, if you brought this to me, then you can help me to get through it. And this whole experience is just a test of faith. It's just showing me, and using me as an example to show others, that you can trust God, that you can give him your all, and he'll use you in ways that you cannot imagine. We are yet to be aware of the amount of things that we can do as individuals. And I feel like once we open our hearts, our minds, our hands, our lives, our whole being to God, and say, God, use me in the ways that I can't imagine, honey, it's going to be amazing. I told God, blow my mind this year. Blow my mind, because I've created this space for you. You told me to do this. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get it done, no matter how much my hand hurt me, no matter how much my back hurt me, no matter how many late nights I will have to stay up. I am ready and I am willing to be used by you, and this chapter of my life is going to be a testament to you. And the fact that you have chosen me to use in this way and given me this gift, I will ensure that everybody knows that it's because of you, God, that I am doing this. I did not intend for this video to be like a testimony, but it really and truly is. My life is a testimony, and for the past 10 years of my life, I've been up and down with mental issues and I didn't know about it. I have been in and out of jobs. I've been in terrible financial situations, and now at the beginning of my 30th year, I have left that chapter of my life and I'm starting a new one as a business owner, a happy woman, as someone who is free, no longer asking anybody permission to live her life, but I've taken the reins on my own life and I've placed them in the hands of God, and I'm doing exactly what he wants me to do, and there isn't any much more that I can ask for. So I think that's where I'm going to end the video today. I've said a lot and I will be saying more, but we are going to, as I said before in my last video, we are going to be doing some exciting things this year. Yeah, and I can't wait for you guys to see. I have a lot planned. So thank you so much for having a sip of wine with Kadz. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And please, please, please share this video with a friend, because you never know whose life you might touch or who you might inspire with my story. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Bye.